Hi, Jason Foster with Kaman Power. And since we can't meet in person anymore because of what's going on in the world, I thought I would start shooting videos about products and services that we offer and then sending it to you directly. I'm also going to be posting them on LinkedIn and YouTube. So feel free to share these with anyone in your facility that may have interest in what I'm showing off for that week. So the first thing that I want to talk about is our TransPower motor line. This is a money saver and a time saver. There are a ton of cool features in this private label line that I'm going to talk about today, and there's so many that I can't share them all, but there will be a brochure in the email and on YouTube and LinkedIn to go with that. So one of the first things that I want to talk to you about is the leads on these things. Now, this is a little bit more for the OEMs and people who are wiring these up constantly, but our leads are color coded. So over time, your technicians don't even have to look at schematics anymore because the color of the lead is going to tell them where it goes. In addition to the color coding, we also heat shrunk labels on all of these leads so it won't come off and it will be always readable. The next feature that I want to talk about is we went ahead and we put these leads through a rubber membrane. So what that's going to do is it's going to reduce vibration going to your leads, which means that you won't lose connection due to vibration. Another cool feature on this motor are the feet. The feet on this motor are movable. So there's 4 socket head cap screws in here. On any motor up to 50 horse, you can go ahead, pull these off. And right now, this junction box is on the right hand side. If it needs to be on the left hand side, just move the feet so that it corresponds that way. Need it to be on the top, move the feet so that it corresponds to have the junction box on top of your motor. This is really cool for MRO facilities that have the same size motor but need the junction box in different locations based on where that motor's going. That way you don't have 2 or 3 motors in your facility that you're holding on to, paid for. You can have just one and you can move the feet to make this fit where you need it. The next cool thing I want to talk about is this brass centered breather. So almost every motor we know in Michigan gets condensation when it gets hot and then it cools off. Well, every other motor just has a hole in the bottom on the front and back. This actually has a brass centered breather. So the water goes out and all the contaminants in your facility don't come in and ruin your motor. One other cool thing on the motors that have greasable bearings, there is a spring port on the bottom of your motor. So instead of just taking a bolt out when you get ready to grease your bearings, when there's 5 pounds of pressure going through the bearings, that spring port opens up, dumps your grease, so you're able to purge the old grease and put new grease in. Plus, you don't have to worry about one of your technicians over greasing your motor and getting grease in the windings. It's a really cool feature. Few other things about this motor. One, they are lap wound by hand. So what that means is your stray currents when you're putting it on a VFD aren't as much of an issue. There are some other things that we do for that too. You're going to see that in the brochure. The last thing that I want to talk about before I get off this video is our warranty. Our warranty is hassle-free. It's one of the best, easiest, and best ones in the business. All we ask you is if you need to replace your motor within 3 years of your invoice date, take a picture of the tag, send us a PO for a new motor, and once you send that tag back to us, we're going to credit you the purchase price of the original motor. It can't get any simpler than that. I know we've all had issues where we've needed to get a motor replaced on warranty you have to send it back, you have to get it inspected, and almost every single time, oh, hey, imagine that, user error. I've never had one come back that wasn't user error and they refused to honor their warranty. So you don't have an issue with that with us in this motor. Uh, that's it for today. Please share this video with whoever makes decisions on your motors in your facility, if that's not you, and anyone else that may have interest. Thanks, and see you next time.